Pillow Talk 2, the edited version. It's really not that edited. It's a new version because I just make things up kind of as I go. But here's why it's edited. I'm not using certain words, but I want to talk about sex. So meta sex. This is really the only I think, the only quasi woke video I'll do, because to me, when I think of woke things, I think of a lot of times it's language things. It's how we language something, how we say something, how we choose to consciously, deliberately say something. And to me, good or bad, right or wrong, it's always coming from a place of kindness, of acceptance, right? Or at least the attempt to be so. Also, it's coming from a place of accuracy, where it's the attempt is to empower and include everyone. So, what's wrong with that? The only thing I would say is maybe wrong with wokeness is when you need other people to be it. What did Gandhi say? Be the example you wish to see in the world, right? Be the change you wish to see in the world, but also be the example. Be the example. Use words deliberately, especially in areas that might offend somebody. Why? Why not do that? Why not think before we're actually speaking? So, a couple of ways this applies itself as far as sex. Sex jokes. It's very easy to make jokes about sex. I mean, The Office has the whole "that's what she said, that's what he said," right? It's easy to make jokes about sex because people are uncomfortable about sex. Again, because we're vulnerable. People don't want to talk about it. So they make fun of it. They'll use things, make fun of it. They'll use things like big D energy as well, right? Or somebody doesn't have the balls to do something. What could be the problem with that? Well, one, it's implying, not even implying, let's be honest, it's directly saying that to have courage, to take chances, you have to have male energy or be a traditional, stereotypical male. And not even in this case, it's not even a D energy, it's big D energy, as though small d, we know what I'm talking about, is bad, right? Can't do anything about it, but that's bad. You don't want to have that. You want to be overly male confident. Get away from that. And the conversely, you have, if you call someone the quote P as far as the female anatomy, that's so-and-so is a P, right? Again, this is the edited version. That's a negative. That means somebody who's wimpy, who's fragile, who doesn't stand up for themselves, who won't take chances. Do you see what we're doing here? And I see this all the time. I hear this all the time. So another thing is the fact that I'm even doing this edited version is another problem. The fact that I can't even say certain words, thank you, George Carlin, because our culture thinks that it's somehow wrong to say it. Our culture fears certain things, and in this case, it's words. I could talk about certain violent acts, but I can't even talk about genitals or certain parts of the anatomy without being censored. So it is how our culture views sex. Get around that. Be comfortable using those words in real life, not in video, because just in case it's edited. And also, the last thing I'm going to add is that when we make up cutesy names for our parts, right? Like the vajayjay or something, or we name them. It's not that that's wrong, but again, it is kind of infantilizing. It is kind of, there's an anxiety about it. There's a fear around it. Stand up and just be confident in what we have and who we are, and make that connection with someone more magical by being present for it and not using all these other terms and announcing to the world that you're uncomfortable with sex by constantly making jokes about it. Put your comments below. I'll see you in the next video.